was going to ask, this has been a project so many years in the making, probably even back to your television days. To be the mayor now, to lead this through, I got to imagine the big thrill.
Oh, it is. I mean, have you walked around here? I mean, it's absolutely amazing. You go and you look at all the original film canisters they've preserved and where they kept the film in the vault, and you can just feel the history when you're walking through here. And so I think it's wonderful to be able to be here to open this up, and I can't wait for the next phase. It's going to be really exciting for people, not only in Jacksonville, but for people that are here visiting to see this rich history.
Not looking back, but is it kind of a, I don't know if mistake is the word, but that this hadn't been done sooner?
Sure. I mean, I think if you look at history, though, I mean, if you don't intentionally try to preserve it, a lot of times it goes away. You know, you think about the previous generations of our families, and unless you intentionally go back and dig through those things or take the steps to preserve what was there, a lot of times the next generation doesn't know about it. So this is so important for our history. And I think, again, not only for our history, but for what we do going forward. Because I think the more people in Jacksonville that appreciate what we've come from and what we've been able to accomplish here, I think the more we can look to the future with some of those same things.
We've been hearing some murmurs. Maybe there'd be some news on a fire chief or some shakeups at JFRD. Where's sort of that process at right now?
Yeah, no, we're still in the interview process, still exactly where we were. I mean, you've seen the stacks of people that we have had come through, and we've still got more folks we're interviewing, so we're still where we were. We'll let you know as soon as there's some info.
Gotcha. Not coming today though.
No, sir.
Okay. You know I asked you yesterday about, you know, sort of what the rules committee was looking at when it came to the appointment of Ferraro. I know he's been deferred and then DeFore. You know, your thoughts on how the lobbying man could potentially, you know, come into play with those appointments?
Look, we had a panel of experts that went through all of this and determined that that was not an issue. I think this is becoming, unfortunately, purely a political issue at this point. And I hate to see that, and I hope that it won't go very far. But you know, we'll take a look at all of that as we go forward. But my pure belief, and always has been, or I would not have nominated her, is that Randy DeFore is eminently qualified for this position and would do a wonderful job as general counsel. And I'm looking forward to having her confirmed.
Optimism for the new team. I know I got a lot of questions, but the new firm that's been selected to help negotiate the Jags deal. A big sort of deadline coming up. October is when the team was saying we kind of want a mutual agreement that we're going to reach a deal at some point. I mean, does that seem like a realistic deadline now that we got the team assembled and things can start moving forward?
Listen, you know me, I'm always the person that's optimistic that we're going to reach a deal, and I've said that from the very beginning. I think that the first thing that goes into reaching a deal is for both sides to really want to get to yes, and I think we are both at that point. But this is a wonderful company. We had some great companies that we interviewed, and they just stood head and shoulders really above everybody else in terms of their ability to negotiate with the NFL, and we felt really good about them. And I think that at this point, I feel good about getting started with the negotiations in earnest. We really haven't done anything yet beyond select the firm, so the rest of it will, I hope, come relatively quickly. We'll see.
I would imagine getting that general counsel appointment confirmed would be sort of part of that process, as they're going to be working pretty closely with this deal.
Would certainly be helpful.
So is October kind of the next time we should hear something?
Joe, I don't know. I mean, we just now have selected the firm, so that now they've got to sit down and dig in and see where we go from here. So there's also going to be a local firm that's going to be involved in all this, which we have not yet also chosen. So we're still putting the pieces together. I think the goal is to have something that we can start discussing by fall. But I wouldn't want to put a timetable on it at this moment. I just know that we're going to work as quickly as we possibly can because we want to get it done too. Okay? Good.